Hi everybody, my name is Sophia with the PH, and today is very special because it's gonna be my first video. I've been wanting to do YouTube video for quite some time, and it's quite uncomfortable, but I need to challenge myself to do this. So for the first video, I challenged myself to share 10 things that I would like to tell my younger self. So I have all my notes here, so let's go through them one by one together. Let's go. So the first thing I have here is number 1, do not be afraid to stand out. When I was young, I was the overachievers. I like to be on top of things. I want to be the first in everything and anything, like all other Asians. When you are there doing your things, people would call you names with not a very pleasant things. Looking back, I would tell myself that do not be afraid to stand out, because you are doing it and other people are just watching. So do not be discouraged, and be brave to be different and embrace that, because that is what you would find later on in life that makes you excel much more than other people. So have faith. Number 2 is ask for help. I would tell my younger self, do not be shy to ask for help, because that is probably the only thing that you have at that time. You might feel lost, you might not know what to do, you might have this whole dilemma, life-changing moment that you have, but never be afraid to ask for help, either from your family members, from your friends, from your teachers, or even from strangers. You can, the worst thing is you never say anything or never ask, because people wouldn't know, and people probably have the best thing for you, but if you never ask, people wouldn't open the door for you. So I know that during teenagers years, there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of things or conflicts within yourself that you can't even put your heads on, and I think it's good to have that kind of support, to have that kind of support in your life where you can share, and even having someone to listen to what is your concerns might solve half of the problem, although they don't necessarily have the solution to the problem itself. Next one, the third one, I have do not be too rigid. When I was young, I always set my mind into things, and I only like things to be done in certain way, which can be a good thing as well, but it's always be my way or a highway. So in this life, be flexible, be more adaptable to life, because life throw you challenges that you would never foresee. So most of the time you wouldn't have any control of it, and in order to move forward, life will challenge you to adapt, to change, to mold yourself. And with those kind of flexibility, you need to find your own identity in this massive world. So do not be too rigid, be flexible, be adaptable, and most importantly, able to hear other people's opinions, so that they grow and you grow together with them. Number 4 is be patient. A lot of time in school, I just can't finish school, get A's and move on, work, earn my own money, so that I have all the freedom in the world and to do what I always wanted to do. And but obviously now I can tell you, be patient, be present at what you are doing, because you're always gonna look back and thought about, oh, how did I come up with that, how did I do that? And it's always amusing to always look back. So always appreciate whatever you do at that moment. God has a bigger plan. So it doesn't mean that if it doesn't happen for you at that time, that's mean you are a failure. It just sometimes things that you cannot control needs time, and good things will prevail at a good time. So you just have to be patient and wait and sometimes good things happens to those who waits, and trust me, it's true. Number 5, time heals. When I was in school, I hold grudges I hold grudges to a lot of people, my family, my friends, people who call me names, people who do things purposefully to hurt me. Most of the times I feel kind of like I was choked with this anger and frustration. Most of the time it's because I do not know why, I do not understand why they're doing what they did, and why they're doing things that hurting me, and I just kind of like feel frustrated with my own frustration towards them, and a lot of the time I kind of like bottled all those feelings. So I just want to say that time heals. And although sorry about that, I was just kind of like a bit emotional there. But yes, time heals, because I wouldn't be who I am today if not because of everything that I've gone through, and I'm very thankful for what God has laid on my path, for what I have and for what I don't have, because that truly makes me what I am today. Yep. And number 6, always family over friends. When I was young, I always hang out with my friends. Not that it's not a good thing to do, but that's what I always do, because I thought they know me better, they understand me better, they love me better, they care much more than my family does, which is absolutely not true, because coming from Asian family, as you're all aware, Asian parents are not very expressive, and thus they are considered as not loving, which I later learned not true. So I always, if you give me choices, I would always wanted to spend time with my friends rather than my family. You stick to each other, you love each other, you do everything together, no matter what phase in your life, because they don't necessarily understand you, but they will always be there to support you. So yeah, always choose family over friends. You might not understand it now, but you will understand it later on, because that's definitely one of the lessons in life that I learned in a hard way. And number 7 is success is not just determined by books. Obviously, when I was growing up, people always tell you, yeah, you have to study, you have to get straight A's. You don't get A's, you won't be successful. You wouldn't have the life that you want. There are a lot of other options which people don't really tell you about in school, back then anyway. So unlike now, there's so much social media, digital information that you can get about how to get there, what to do, and that kind of stuff. But back then we don't have any of those. So yeah, you either read your books or you will become nothing. So I would certainly say that as long as you work hard, put 200% in whatever you want to do, having a vision, exploring your curiosity, be different, challenge the norm, I think it will certainly get anyone anywhere. It doesn't necessarily, because reading books and doing well in school, getting straight A's is not it's not for everybody, and I could say it's only for a very small portion of the people who can do these things really, really well, which is good for them, but it is not necessarily for everybody. So if you're not good in books, pursue your passion in different things. Find what you like, even if it is a very simple things, and grow from there. And number 8 is your first love isn't everything. And I have to put this in kind of like delicately, because I understand that when you are in that age, you know, like 14 to 18, you are very invested emotionally in your first love or your encounter with somebody that you like, and I'm no exception in that. But what I would say to my younger self is that whatever you feel at that time, it isn't everything. I'm not saying that it's not worth it. I'm just saying that be cautious about the decision that you're about to make. Do not be too gutted, too frustrated if it doesn't end it well, because after your adult life, your working life, you kind of like understand that love is not just a spark of the moment. It's a continuous effort. You need to invest a lot of time, a lot of effort in it. It doesn't stay vibrant, colorful, exciting all the time, just because it is love. No, it doesn't. Number 9, bedtimes always pass. So whatever happens in the past or whatever happened yesterday, I would tell myself that don't be too consumed by it. Either it's humiliation or something, bad decision that you make. It's good to kind of like learn and grow from it, but don't be too do not limit yourself with the mistakes that you make, or things that humiliates you, or things bad that kind of like pull you down, because they can you realize that people don't really care. People don't really look at one thing and think about and remember about forever. We are built to forget. And number 10, love yourself. Yeah, love yourself, because I feel that when I was a lot younger, I lived the life that people want me to have. I achieve certain things so that I can meet certain somebody's expectation and not mine. And if I did not achieve what they want or what they like me to have, then I'm very frustrated with myself, because I cannot give them what they want. But ultimately, it is my life. I want to remember it as something that I want to do for myself, because I love myself and I want to do it for me, not for others. Be kind to your own creativity and your curiosity, because that will lead you somewhere someday. And by loving yourself, you become this whole person who can who the world will love, because you love yourself. Yeah, and this is my first video, so I would appreciate if you guys can comment and leave a comment below. Tell me what exactly I can do to improve my videos, what you guys want to know about me, and subscribe if you haven't. And if you are setting out like me as well, I would appreciate if you could leave me your YouTube channel, so that we can see each other grow and help each other out. Maybe I would love that. And yeah, I also have my own blog, by the way. It's www.sophievoon.wordpress.com, and please check that out as well. Bye.